hills look calm from a distance. Golden light spills across the trees. The wind moves gently through grass, and everything feels untouched. But calm like this is a lie, because somewhere inside this silence, something massive is already awake. These forests are home to giant wild boars, not the kind people imagine from pictures, but real monsters shaped by survival. Years of pressure have turned them into walking tanks. Their shoulders are thick with cartilage, their skin hardened by mud and scars, their instincts sharpened by danger. These animals have learned one thing better than anything else: how to survive humans. Up close, they are terrifying. At close range, there is no safe distance, no long setup, no room to correct mistakes. One sudden movement is all it takes for a boar weighing more than a small motorcycle to explode out of brush. They don't roar. They don't warn. They strike low, fast, and with brutal force. When they charge, the ground trembles beneath your boots. And by the time you hear them, they're already too close. The dogs feel it first. Their energy shifts instantly. What was once movement becomes focus. What was once noise becomes a sharp, controlled bark that sends a message no human needs translated. Danger is near. These dogs are fearless, but not reckless. They know their job is not to kill. It's to control, to pressure the boar just enough to prevent a deadly charge. One wrong angle, one slip on the uneven hillside, and everything collapses into chaos. This terrain is unforgiving. Loose rocks, steep slopes, thick brush that hides everything until it's too late. A wounded boar here doesn't run away. It turns into a weapon. The hunters know this. Every step is measured. Every position is chosen with intent. At close range, hesitation is fatal. But rushing is worse. A sudden crack echoes through the trees, branches snapping under enormous weight. Leaves fly. Dirt sprays into the air. A dark shape moves with shocking speed, cutting through cover like it isn't even there. Heartbeats pound louder than footsteps. The boar stops for half a second, just long enough to assess. Its small eyes lock forward, calculating distance, direction, and weakness. This animal has charged before. It has won before. The dogs surge in, circling, barking, forcing movement. They distract, confuse, pressure, risking everything to keep the boar from breaking straight, downhill where escape would mean total failure. This moment is pure tension. The hunter raises a rifle. There's no comfort in the scope. This isn't a long shot across open land. This is close. Too close. The angle must be perfect. The backdrop must be safe. One mistake here could injure a dog, a teammate, or worse. Time slows. The boar lowers its head. Muscles coil. Dirt shifts beneath its hooves. Every instinct screams that a charge is coming. This is the most dangerous second of the entire operation, because giant boars don't bluff. They don't retreat unless forced. They don't panic unless overwhelmed. And when they commit completely. These animals aren't hunted for trophies. They are controlled because a single sounder can destroy months of hard work in one night, tearing fields apart, contaminating water, and pushing entire farms to the edge of collapse. Up close, the reality is clear. This isn't sport. This is responsibility. The dogs hold their ground. The boar shifts its weight. The hillside feels like it's holding its breath. One clean moment appears. And in that fraction of time, between chaos and control, the shot has to be perfect, because at this distance, there is no backup plan, only discipline, only precision, only the outcome. shot from a moment ago didn't end the danger. It only changed its shape. Smoke hangs briefly in the air, thin and bitter, before the forest swallows it. The echoes fade, but the tension doesn't. In fact, it grows heavier. Because when a giant wild boar is pressured at close range, there are only two outcomes. It goes down, or it becomes far more dangerous. The dogs react instantly, their movement tightening, circling faster. They're not celebrating. They're reading the situation. They know what humans sometimes forget. A wounded boar is the most unpredictable force in these hills. Branches crash somewhere uphill, not retreat, repositioning. The animal disappears into thicker cover, using the slope to its advantage. This hillside isn't neutral ground. It favors strength, weight, and instinct. Every step forward risks a slip. Every pause risks letting the boar choose when and where the next encounter happens. The team doesn't chase blindly. They reset. This is where experience separates control from chaos. A reckless push would drive the boar downhill toward open land, where speed becomes its weapon. Instead, the hunters spread out, sealing angles, cutting off escape routes one by one. The dogs maintain pressure, but never overcommit. Their job now is psychological, forcing movement without triggering a full charge. The barking changes tone again, sharper, shorter, the sound of proximity. Too close. Leaves rustle low to the ground. Not wind. Wait. Everyone feels it. The air tightens. Even breathing sounds loud. The boar is circling. Try to catch scent, testing wind direction. This animal has survived traps, gunfire, and dogs before. It understands patterns. That's what makes it dangerous. A sudden burst of motion erupts from the brush. Faster than expected, the boar cuts sideways instead of forward, smashing through scrub, forcing a rapid adjustment. Boots dig into dirt. Rifle swing, then stop. No shot. The angle isn't safe. This is the hardest discipline of all, not pulling the trigger when instinct screams to do it. One mistake here could turn success into disaster. The dogs surge again, blocking the path just long enough. Dust rises. The boar snaps its head, tusks flashing, and charges, but not straight. It angles uphill, using the slope to reduce the dog's advantage. That's when the true size becomes clear. Up close, it's enormous. Scarred shoulders, thick neck, eyes locked with purpose, not fear. This isn't panic. This is calculation. A second opportunity appears. Brief, narrow, perfect. The hunter exhales slowly. No rush, no emotion, only fundamentals. The rifle steadies. The world shrinks to alignment and backdrop. The shot breaks. This time, the impact is undeniable. The boar stumbles, momentum carrying it forward before gravity finally wins. Dirt explodes as it collapses against the slope, power draining out of a body built for violence. The dogs hold back instantly. Trained, controlled, alive. Silence returns, but not relief. Not yet, because one boar is never just one boar. From deeper in the forest, movement stirs. Other shapes shift. Other eyes watch. The sounder has been disrupted, not eliminated. And disturbed boars don't leave quietly. They scatter. Some retreat into the trees. Others push laterally, searching for gaps. A few move dangerously close to the edge of farmland below. The mission isn't over. It's expanded. The team splits without words, each person already knowing their role. This is where small decisions prevent massive damage. A single escape boar tonight could mean destroyed crops by morning. This isn't about the shot anymore. It's about containment. The dogs pick up fresh trails immediately, voices guiding the team toward movement hidden from sight. The hillside becomes a chessboard, every piece moving under pressure. Because when giant monster boars are pushed, they don't vanish. They adapt, and the most dangerous phase is still coming. forest doesn't calm down after the collapse. It shifts. Fresh movement cuts through the undergrowth below the ridge. Not one shape, several. The sounder is splitting. Try to escape pressure in every direction at once. This is a moment where control either holds or completely breaks. The team moves fast, sealing downhill routes before the animals reach open land. One wrong gap, and the damage won't be measured in minutes. It will be counted in acres. The dogs surge forward, driving the remaining boars away from fields. Their voices rise and fall in rhythm, pushing without overrunning. Discipline matters here. Chaos helps no one. A large boar breaks cover near the tree line, hesitates, then turns back. It knows what waits beyond the slope. This hesitation buys just enough time. A clean lane opens. No rush. No panic. One deliberate shot. The animal drops instantly. No suffering. No second chance. The hillside finally exhales. Within minutes, movement fades. The remaining boars retreat deep into the forest. Pressure intact. Routes blocked. The threat is neutralized without scattering survivors toward farms or homes. Silence returns, not the false kind, the earned kind. The dogs regroup, tails low, breathing heavy but controlled. The team checks positions, confirms safety, and holds a perimeter until every angle is secure. No celebration. No unnecessary words. Because this was never about trophies. It was about stopping destruction before it began. About understanding terrain, behavior, and timing. About making the hard decisions correctly when it mattered most. As the sun dips behind the hills, the fields below remain untouched. Fences stand. Crops survive another night. The forest keeps its distance. Balance restored.